These booties with either the long loom and a divider or the circular loom. The circular loom is a pretty standard size, except I use the E-wrap on the base, but you can do the toss over knit, which I show at the top part of this. You can do the toss over knit instead of an E-wrap and do the purl row, and it'll give you a little bit smaller of a sole area, but that's a bigger size and that's about the standard. And you'll sew up front. With the divider and the long loom, you can move it back. Instead of keeping it separated, you can just kind of shrink it down, which you can see in my first video that I did of the how to make baby booties with the long loom and divider. You do the same thing, except you don't do the ankle, and you decrease it down to 16 or 14, depending on the sizes you want. If you're going to do newborn, you do want to get it down to 14, and if you want to do just regular, you want to get it down to 16 pegs total, and you just cast off. So that's how you make it with the long loom. Basically, you can follow the exact instructions as I did on the how to make basic baby booties that are blue, except you don't do the ankle. You just do it up to that point and cast off and sew up and do as usual. But with these, you start off circular, then you go flat, then you just sew up the front after you do your cast off, and you sew up your bottom, and that's the difference. So there's one less step here than there is here, but you can see they're pretty much the same concept. And that's how you would do the straight loom. And this is the video on how you do a circular loom with low ankle booties. What you'll need to do the circular loom for the low ankle booties, you'll need 2 skeins of white, 2 skeins of an alternate color, a hook, a crochet hook, scissors, crafting needle, and a small loom. And that's what you need to do this project. Let's get started. First, let's get started. You'll need your loom, and you'll need to tie it off and start your E-wrap all the way around as your cast on. Make sure you go all the way around, and we're going to be working this circular. So you get that all the way around. Push down, and then E-wrap again all the way around. And the base we're going to do is an E-wrap base for the sole of the shoe, but if you want a tighter sole, you want to do the toss over knit, which I show in most all my videos how to do. And you just lay the yarn over and toss the bottom loop over, and that gets you a real tight knit. But we're going to do an E-wrap base today. Okay, now that you've done that, you're going to go 2 more rows with the E-wrap in a circle, and then we'll go on from there after you undo your starting point. And then go in and do your 2 rows of E-wrap and toss it over. Now we're going to purl a row, so take the yarn, pull it up underneath your loop, pull the loop off, and put that fresh loop on. Do that all the way around, so you want to purl 1 row all the way around. Now you want to E-wrap a row, toss it over, and you want to do it 1 more time all the way around, E-wrap, and tossed over. Okay, we're done with the sole. Cut it, and let's pull out your new color, and we'll start with that. Alright, you want to tie off the new color onto that white, however way you prefer. That's the way I do it. Then you want to keep working in the round, and we're going to change and do a toss over knit rather than an E-wrap. And you're going to go around twice, doing this. And then after you go around twice, doing 2 rows of a toss over knit, we will start on the rest of the shoe and work flat. Okay, now that we're done with that, push it down and we're going to work back and forth, and we're going to be decreasing every row until we get down to 14 to 16 pegs. So it's one or the other. But you want to move one over on one side of your starting point and move one over on the other side at your starting point. And then you want to go straight across. And you'll want to continue this until you are down to 14 or 16 pegs. It's up to you which you want to do. Depends on how much space you want at the ankle. Repeat again. Decreasing on both sides. This is where you want to kind of check and see where your counting is. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So if you want 16, you either do it one more time. If you want 14, you do it 2 more times. So I'm going to do it 14, so I'm going to take it out 2 more times. And you can choose to stop there, but I'm going to do it down to 14, so we'll just keep on going. Now, after you finish this row, you're going to do a straight row. Okay. Now, time to cast off after you've done your straight row. And this is a size F crochet hook from Boy. And we do like we do in every other video. Put the loop on the hook, wrap, pull through, next loop on the hook, pull through, wrap, pull through. And you want to do that all the way around until you get all the loops off the peg. Okay, put your loom aside, pull through. What you want to do is snip a long end off after you pull it through, and then you're going to sew the top of the shoe to the bottom after you pull it through. But first, we're going to go in and we're going to tighten up our cast on. Pull the end, go the opposite direction to which you pulled, and start tightening. Again, this is my personal preference. There's other ways to cast on and everything, but I choose to do it this way. Alright, thread your crafter's needle. Turn the booty inside out and sew up the bottom. Tie it off. And snip. Then thread in that extra that you did for the top of the shoe. And you're going to sew from the top of the shoe to where the sole is. And as you can see, this is a fast, simple, and really cute booty pattern. Good enough for beginners. Okay, tie it off. Snip. Turn inside out. And you'll want to make another one. I'll make two, of course. And there you have it. How you make ankle booties. You're done.